Under fire over the ballooning Jimmy Savile sex abuse scandal, the Director-General of the BBC faced the media tonight for the first time. He apologised again to the victims and announced 2 new inquiries into the scandal. Among those, why an investigation by Newsnight into the scandal last December was abruptly shelved. Our Home Affairs correspondent Simon Israel reports.
Inside Broadcasting House tonight, George Entwistle, the BBC's Director-General, staged his first press conference to announce there would be 2 inquiries. One on what happened with Newsnight's aborted attempts to report on Sir Jimmy Savile's abuse.
Despite our efforts to make clear our belief that the decision to drop the Newsnight investigation was taken properly, for sound editorial reasons, people have continued to speculate. This is damaging to the BBC and is a cloud of suspicion which cannot be allowed to continue. The BBC Executive Board and I have, therefore, ordered an immediate independent inquiry led by an external expert into whether there were any failings in the BBC management of the Newsnight investigation.
It has been said all along that the Newsnight investigation into Savile was dropped last December for editorial reasons. But Channel 4 News has learnt just how advanced that investigation was. Newsnight had a mixture of on-camera interviews and written statements with victims and witnesses. The programme had established that Surrey police had shelved an investigation. Filming was at an advanced stage and a provisional date was set for transmission. Other parts of BBC News had been alerted to prepare for the story breaking, but then, suddenly and abruptly, the whole project was dropped. Within days, the BBC went ahead with its Christmas special tribute to Sir Jimmy Savile.
And let's pay tribute to the extraordinary, unique and never ever to be forgotten host, the one and only Sir Jimmy Savile.
At tonight's press conference, our reporter Jonathan Rugman asked the Director-General for an explanation.
Should the editor of Newsnight not at the very least be suspended, given that you have just said that an independent investigation is being carried out into the management of the Newsnight investigation? And secondly, should you not have asked a lot more questions about that Newsnight investigation, given you were about to broadcast a tribute?
I've explained, Jonathan, why I would not have asked questions in that situation. I was the Director of Vision, the Director of the Television Department of the BBC. I have no influence or authority over investigations carried out by BBC News. And it's very important that I always behave in a manner which absolutely bears out that lack of authority or responsibility.
Who should have asked the questions of Newsnight?
If there were questions to be asked, the nature of the review I've set up will reveal them.
The other review to be set up will look at the culture within the BBC that allowed Sir Jimmy Savile to get away with his abuse and predatory acts. Mr. Entwistle offered another profound apology to victims. The numbers are growing daily.